We are live in Quincy, Massachusetts. Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight?
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Taylor, I see you dressed up for the occasion.
Oh yeah, dressed up for sure.
You get that real bright red lipstick.
we did a red lip today.
Okay. We're going to show something of
fire over there.
We're going to show
Matching the
something
wall.
of Taylor's in a little bit. Taylor's been moonlighting.
I have.
Moonlighting.
Exciting.
Yes, you're going to like this, Joshua. Actually, I think half our audience will probably appreciate because we get the foodies that follow us. Okay, and she did a food segment.
I do.
That's your first one too, right?
Did I do another food one? No, I've done businesses. I haven't done food. So yeah, that was my first food one.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
good. Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I was pretty impressed since it's the first one she's ever done. So you did your own editing and everything too, right?
I did.
Okay.
Hours and hours.
Well,
of
you know
time
what's going to
put in.
happen now.
What's going to happen?
You're going to have to do
now?
some fun with food segments.
I'm so happy. I'm so down. Absolutely.
All right. No, she did a great job. Joshua, what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been at it all right.
boy.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds nefarious. I
Right?
don't
What
know.
is that?
This coming Saturday, I'm hosting a fashion event
Ooh.
in Westford, Massachusetts, for this very lovely lady who's doing some work for the Boston Children's Hospital, and the theme is suicide prevention.
Wow.
Okay, that's worthy.
And I've hosted another show of hers before, and she's just such a lovely woman, and I want to give out the shout out to her.
Sure.
Because she is just such a wonderful woman, and she's had her struggles. It's I'm trying to find the handle here. Bear with me. I was caught a little off guard. JPL Events. I'm trying to find the handle here on my Instagram. But anyway, she's awesome. Okay, and so she asked me to be on the microphone and to host the show. Her name is Jody. And
Jody L.A. What?
Yes.
I can't remember her last name.
Yeah,
I have a visual in my head.
Yeah, very lovely woman. I've done one of her shows before. Apparently, they really enjoyed me and said, it's for a good cause. It's for Boston Children's Hospital, and so yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And that is next this Saturday, the 23rd?
This coming Saturday.
Okay, the 23rd.
Yeah.
Is it the 23rd? Yeah, the 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Well, shout out to you, Jody. Honestly, that's such like a great thing to do.
And
Yeah,
I of all people, know how much it takes to run a fashion show or a fashion
You're
event.
not kidding.
Yeah, especially the one I do.
We'll have to have her on the show after the event.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Show
No,
photos.
seriously.
And,
Anybody that's willing to put all that time and an effort, I try to promote them as much as possible. Definitely. Listen, I'm glad she's doing that. I'm glad you're helping her. Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
Where
it's great.
you said Western Mass?
It's in
Worcester?
Westford.
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 Okay.
At the Westford Hotel. I guess it's a big swanky hotel up that way and covers all that Burlington, Route 3 North area.
Okay. Oh, that. Okay, up there.
Yeah.
Okay, up North Shore. Okay, that's up your way, Taylor, right?
That's right.
Okay, there you go. And Taylor, besides the food segment that you recorded,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been up to?
Honestly, just so busy with work. I have changed my career path once again. So now I am working in optics, so potentially getting my license.
I have to laugh a little because
optics.
you
Yeah.
and Marlena Garcia are both doing the same type
all
of
over
job.
the place. All
I'm
over
just
the
like,
place
what
with
the
my.
heck is going on here? All
Yeah,
these,
you
all
know,
these
I just
models are
can't.
now working in an optician's office.
So she's actually doing the
Yes,
same thing. That's
she's
crazy.
actually doing the same thing
That's
as you,
that's
which I find to be
hysterical.
hilarious, and both at the same time.
Wow.
You guys haven't been
Okay.
talking to
We're
each
like,
other apparently.
No,
Just-
no.
it's very
we must be like
spontaneous.
long lost twins or something. That's
Maybe
funny.
I don't know. You're both tall
I don't
enough to
know,
be.
right? We're both like going down the model path. Now. We're
Yeah,
both
exactly.
going
You're
to
both the same. You're
optics
both the
path.
same
Yeah.
age too. Separated at birth, huh?
Right?
One of those things.
Imagine that.
Oh God.
Wow.
No,
that's so funny.
I got two of them now. I got two of them. Two optician models.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would have known that was going to be a thing?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Right, exactly.
So, we'll
so you're
see.
enjoying it?
We'll
You've
see.
only been in there for
I
about a month or
am.
two, right?
Yeah,
Couple
but
months,
honestly,
yeah.
I mean,
A month or
I've
so.
been picking up things pretty fast. So
Oh, good.
we're on the fast track program to either getting my license or taking a management role. So that's
Okay, good.
exciting. Yeah.
That's the exact same for Marlena too.
Yeah.
I told her, and jokingly, I said they're going to see a lot of blind people walking around. these girls don't know what they're doing yet, but I'm assuming they will. I'm just joking. I joke.
You know?
I joke. You know me.
But you know what? It's a good environment. The people that I work with, I really have to say, they really are. They're so great. Like, such a sense of humor. We're always, busting each other's chops every day.
Just so you know, did you see? I changed the lower thirds.
You
for you.
did. Thank
I did.
you.
There you go.
Thank you.
I do what I say most of the time.
Yeah, you did.
I do.
I appreciate it.
And you go by Taylor Marie.
I do.
On Instagram,
I do.
Model
Social
Taylor
media
Marie.
and all that. Yeah, because
right, exactly.
Got some of the kooky ones out there with show up at your house.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Yeah, there are a lot of kooky ones out there. All they have to do is search a last name and figure a few things out, right?
Well, yeah. So I launched my website for modeling. And
you did?
Yeah. And so people are actually, some of them are using it as like a message board where instead of sending me a DM, they'll send me a business email.
Well, I mean, as long as it's legit.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, well, it's, not really a business thing, but it's more of just like, hi, just wanted to say I love you. And I'm like, thanks. Love you too.
Well, you should probably have a page for love letters only.
Right? I should be
only.
like, submit your admiration here.
Right. Speaking of love letters, let's hope we get to do Love Match soon. We got to revamp that one too.
That would be
actually
really fun.
At the In Boston magazine release party, it was about a month ago.
Yeah.
They have a new platform that they were launching called Lola. So I think I'll talk to the Lola people, and maybe we can do a collaboration with the Lola people.
Yeah, we'll talk to the Lolas.
Talk to the Lolas. Not the low lifes, the Lolas.
No, not the low lives. We don't want them on that.
We don't want them on the
We want the
platform.
Lolas.
No, we want the Lolas. Absolutely. And
Love Match game. Oh, geez.
Love Match.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
God.
Yes, that's in the planning stages
Like
right
the
now.
first part of the date is to leave your phone in your purse or in the car.
No. The normal, everyday. It's like the old-fashioned dating game, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Which is what? I mean, when you say old-fashioned, how far back you going, pal? Because
We're
going
talking
to the
about horse
1960s.
and carriage right now.
a lot of these younger,
Thanks for making me feel about as old as dirt.
Well,
Thank you. Very good.
I mean,
very good.
I'm not far behind you after next
I'm
week.
kidding.
But
the old dating game from the
dating shows have
1960s,
they've been
1960s and
up-and-coming.
early 70s,
Okay.
where they had one person on one side of a partition
yes.
and the other three on the other side, and
one
you couldn't
version.
see who they were.
What
All
was
you
that
could do was
show?
talk to them and ask questions.
What was
And
that
you-
show that did
Yes.
the
Until they saw what they
the
looked
mock
like.
of it? Yes.
Until they saw what they looked like, and they were like, no, thank you.
No. They always.
There's a mock of it, and I can't think. My
Really?
boss showed it to me at work the other day, and he was dying laughing. I think it was Cat Williams or something had done something similar to that.
Just a parody of it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He loved it. The whole thing. with
Well,
the
they've had
wig.
some successful love
Yeah.
matching shows
Well,
over
I
the
mean,
years.
Love is Blind is out there
I'm
now.
talking about Love
and,
Connection, a few others. I'm talking a
Yeah.
little bit before your time.
Chuck Woolery.
Chuck
Oh, yeah.
Woolery, Love Connection,
Yeah,
exactly.
Chuck Woolery.
But I figured the old-fashioned dating game format, the way they did it, is actually perfect for what we have right here. How
Yeah.
we can set up. So we can actually put the three ladies or gentlemen in the TV studio
Mm-hmm.
and have the person interested in them be here in the radio studio.
Right.
And they won't be able to see each other. Just talk to each other.
Exactly.
But the audience will see them. That's the whole point.
Right.
We can hide them.
We can
So
hide them.
We can hide them until the actual reveal, and then they can see. And then you might be right, Joshua. They might turn around and run.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
go,
know.
"Oh,
Well,
no,
that
thank you."
was I saw that on a little news blurb. They interviewed
Yeah.
some people about it, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't care how much of a connection we had. I saw what they looked like, and no, thank you."
Really.
That's just so
So-
sad,
Well, that's
though.
the
This
whole
world
point
is so
of the
shallow.
the whole point of the game.
I got to disagree, Taylor. If they don't get your juices flowing, it ain't worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
but
whole
you know
point of
what,
the game is
though?
to find out what they are
I mean-
personality-wise.
So here's
Make that
my
decision.
thing. But just because they get your juices flowing doesn't mean it's going to work either.
Well, I mean, we're
She got a good point.
Well,
All right.
well, I'm trying to. You're comparing
Yeah.
apples to oranges. It's like I mean, you know we're going to put people in the show that ought to be attracted to one another, right? Because there's going to be a bit of a criteria. Unless you're really going to go on the opposite
we
spectrum.
kind of work
Right.
it so that
for that
we know
that
what they're.
shock value when they
Yeah,
turn
no,
around and
we're
see each
obviously
other.
going to try and pick
Yeah.
people that we think will be compatible,
You know.
both with their likes and dislikes as well as their attractiveness.
Right.
So that's
and it's
obviously
perfect
part
for me
of the
to be the
mix.
host because my expectations are completely unattainable, so I won't have to worry about anything.
And then you should have a love counselor on the show as well.
I
too.
am the love counselor.
Taylor, do you hate men?
I don't hate men. I
Well,
actually
you've had a
enjoy
lot
them
of-
very much.
You've had a lot of experience with dealing with the. Let's put it that way. The seedier side of the male
The
species.
psychotic ones.
Yes,
I
exactly
mean,
my point.
Yeah, no, I've almost made it down the aisle.
Taylor and I have had some conversations. Let's just put it that way.
We
I
have.
know what she's.
The,
I know
yeah,
some of the
feel like
things. Some of the things she's gone
they
through.
seed me out, right?
Yeah,
They're-
I guess they do,
yeah,
don't
they're-
they? I
don't
had the
know.
same thing happen with when I used to manage Jessyka Graff about 10 years ago, before she went
remember.
on to the what is it? The greatest.
Yes.
Whatever that thing was.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and also. What was, oh God, my God! I forgot all the shows that she's been on. Whatever. But before
Yeah, she's
that,
a big name.
Before that, yeah, now she is. But
Yeah.
before that, when she would do anything on social media, and I could see because I was managing her social media, the hordes of guys that would hit her up was
Well, it's-
unbelievable. I mean, hundreds.
It's
a
funny
day.
because like my DMs are not like that.
No.
No, I don't have a lot of like messages from guys on Instagram and whatnot. A lot of it's like collaboration stuff.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, I prefer to keep it like businessy
Mm-hmm.
on that aspect. But it's like when it comes to, I mean, I'm on the dating apps and stuff. You
Oh,
know.
you are? Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll see what's
right.
out there. Go on a couple dates. Figure out if we gel or not. You know. But I have such a busy schedule that it's like if I'm going to take my time to get to know you and whatever, like it I would hope is going to be, worth it. That's why I'm very
that's what I'm
picky.
saying. That's what love match is. You get
know?
to know them before you get to meet them, in a
Right.
sense.
Right.
Know
So
who
that
they are. You can't
you
see
take,
them, but you
what,
can.
half hour to get to know them. If you don't like it,
I mean,
great,
yeah,
move
but you
on.
can get an idea based on their answers. If they're funny, if they're intelligent.
Right.
Obviously the questions are important too.
And then they're not totally sexually attracted to him.
Well, I mean, they're.
Listen, I
like
mean,
I
I
told
hate
you,
to
we
say
kind of
it,
stack
but-
the deck a little bit.
I
Okay,
mean-
that's only natural. Every show that has done something like that, they try to get people that they think would be well matched, physically as well as.
Isn't it like The Bachelorette or the Bachelor?
The Bachelorette's completely different. They
I
want
could
they
never.
want the drama.
Oh.
They want
I mean, you
the
got one
Bachelor,
guy
the
sleeping
Bachelorette, the
with all
Golden
those
Bachelor.
women.
All of those they want the drama. That's reality show television. We're not going to be reality show television. We're going to
No.
just be reality. You either like them or you don't. That's fine. They don't have to go out with each other, but we will. We'll try and get sponsors to. We got so many restaurants lined up for this already that will pay for the date. You
Yeah.
go to a nice restaurant, get to know them. We'll probably bring a camera or two just
Yeah,
to see how
I'll
it
pop
goes.
in. How you
is this
doing?
like hidden
Taylor will
camera?
run interference.
Let me
just in
grab an
case.
appetizer.
She'll
Spy on
sit
you guys
between the
from
two
the
of
bar.
them if there's an SOS being sent up by smoke signals.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Wave the white flag.
Yes,
Come
exactly.
on now.
Here comes Taylor to the rescue.
I'm here to save the day.
There you go. Speaking of saving the day, let's talk about what she's doing now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw this. I actually recut it for our format. Okay.
Great,
The
okay.
16:9 format. So let's
Cool.
take a look at this, and then we'll have to come back and talk about this before we get to our guest tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at this. This is Taylor in action, folks. So and
Here I am.
I hope you've already eaten. That's all I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
say.
you're gonna
I
be
hope you're
hungry.
I hope you're already eaten. So here we go.
Come with me to Farm Grill and Rotisserie in Newton, Mass. When I tell you this place is Greek from floor to ceiling, I am not kidding. They have the Greek gods and goddesses up on the ceiling. Then there's me, of course. All of this food is fresh and homemade. And believe it or not, 99% of their menu is gluten-free, which is unbelievable because of how good it tastes. They also serve alcohol if you're in the mood for a drink. Then I grabbed a blood orange EPSA Greek soda. Cheers. Now, if that huge display of food is still not enough for you, I'm gonna break down what I got. First up, we have a take on a Greek salad, which was cucumbers, tomatoes, Kalamata olives, feta. Literally tasted like summertime. Did you catch that? Sorry, my Italian was showing. Next up, we had grape leads, hummus, tzatziki, pita, octopus salad, and then the most perfect lamb chops ever. You know it's good when you kiss it first. If I look at you like this, it's about to go down. And when I tell you I left nothing on that bone, oh my God. A few of the side dishes you saw were spinach and rice and Greek green beans. The food is literally so good, it made me do this like little dance. The only thing missing from this place was for someone to fan me while I was eating.
Okay.
I love lamb chops.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were honestly so good. They really were.
That was a very good job.
Lamb
Taylor.
Yeah.
chops would be.
She's
my
officially a foodie after one segment.
Right?
Lamb
That
chops.
was a great job. I mean, seriously,
Thank you.
that's professional.
Yeah, I tried to take some feedback because a lot of the people on Instagram that follow me now, I did a poll of, what do you want from me? What do you want me to look like? How do you want me to portray myself? Do you like the heavier makeup? Do you like the no makeup? Do you like the more natural kind of day in the life? What more do you want? So people kind of gave me that feedback, which obviously I didn't listen to tonight. It's just like, we want more natural. We want just like what you're doing in your life. Go out, kind of, I guess, like keep us in the loop. So
Okay, so you're basically chronicling your
yeah,
life.
I tried to just like
Yeah.
put it all into one, and I got a pretty good advertising
Well,
opportunity
I'm
out of it.
going to
so-
repeat that again when we do our next Fun with Food segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I
So-
like the video quality of the up close of the food.
Oh, I was all up in there.
I mean, it was right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want you to
That's the
eat
whole point,
vicariously
right?
through me.
By the way, that salad's called a village salad.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a village salad.
I asked the guy that worked there, and he was just like, "Just call it Greek."
Lamb
I'm like,
chops
okay.
are amazing. That lamb chops would be my death row meal.
Actually,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
if you try the baked lamb sometimes with the lamb shank that's baked for hours in tomato sauce, oh, it is incredible.
Yep.
Absolutely
Oh,
incredible.
my mouth
All right.
is watering already. Okay.
All right, yes. And actually, I'm just going to plug one of our good friends, Leo, who owns Alba Restaurant, which is up the street from here. He grows all his own vegetables in the summertime. So he has that village salad. He's Albanian, but close enough, Mediterranean. He has
Friend of
that
mine is
village
Albanian.
salad at the end of the summer. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it at all.
Yeah.
All those fresh tomatoes and cucumbers.
Oh my god,
and-
I was in heaven.
Yes.
I was in heaven. Cause like I'll make something
kiss,
like that at
kiss
home.
from the sun
you
and
know?
God above. That's what it is.
Yeah, it literally just it
Yes.
tasted like summer.
And I'm Greek, and now you
Oh.
had me mouth watering on it.
Yeah.
Tzatziki, I love tzatziki.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do too. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Delicious. I'm sorry, Joshua. When did this get away from us?
And how did you come across these people?
Yeah, that's a good
So
question.
I had this page on Instagram reach out to me and said, "Hey, like we saw that you did a video for like a massage place. I saw that you did a video for a perfume place. Would you want to do food?" And I was like, "Sure," because I've done things with with Wicked Crafts in the North End, and I've done like little videos here and there to help promote businesses. They'll have me come in and do little segments. So that was just kind of a slid in the DMs, like, "Hey, how do you feel about this opportunity?" And I was like, "I'm more than happy to." So
That's good. I mean, actually, out of all the ones you mentioned, which one was your favorite to do?
ooh, that's tough. I feel like, I mean, obviously, who doesn't love getting a massage, right?
Right.
So that
Yeah.
one I
Personally,
think is that one's
I don't know.
up there.
I think I'd like to eat more than I like getting a massage.
But you know what?
just me
I
personally.
eat all the time. I don't get massages all the time, so
Oh,
I
so-
might say
okay,
the
yeah.
massage one was pretty
I-
good because it was
that's a good answer.
yeah. So I think the massage one is pretty high up there, but I also love fragrances. So like the perfume one was great that I just did. I mean, I'm always down to eat, so
There you
we
go.
could do those videos all day.
Just want to give a shout out to our friend Pete, who says Yasu. Pete is Greek. So
Hi,
that
Pete.
definitely matches with that. And Marlena Garcia says, "We want a love match."
Yes.
And she also said, "Yes, Taylor." Yes.
Woohoo.
Well, she said, "Yes, Taylor."
Yes, girl,
Taylor.
yes.
So there you go. Thank you, Marlena. Yes, we are live, so you can put the comments in. Actually, you guys can see the comments right there on the screens in
Yeah,
front
right
of
over
you.
here.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, right over there. Well, Taylor, well done, and I'm looking forward to more content from you. I said
Oh,
you put
my
your
teacher, my best friend. I'm over like.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
okay. She's,
love that.
she's
Sorry,
talking to
I'm-
the screen now.
I'm
not
looking at the screen.
Yeah, she's
I
talking to the
apologize.
screen. That's okay. But yeah, keep doing them. They're really, it was really well done, and you did it in the what we call the vertical format, so I had to recut it. For
Yeah,
our
I
format.
can make another one.
Well,
where
that's
it's,
that's
you
okay.
know.
I did it anyway. It came out fine. But yeah, I love content like that, original, fun, and you obviously your sense of humor came through, even though you didn't have a laugh track, and I put a little Greek music to it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes, again,
I was trying to do. I did a couple of like songs in the background, but it wouldn't let you download
Well, I have a
it
service.
for
I
copyright.
have a copyright service, so I can take that and just make it so it won't get any copyright issues.
Right.
Oh, with your cell phone, that was like brilliant.
Yeah.
Well,
just
cell
take it with
phones
you as you
nowadays
go.
are so much better than they used to be.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I shot a concert the other day, the First Ladies of Disco, which was phenomenal.
How was that?
That was with Martha Wash, the lead singer of Chic, Norma Jean Wright, Anita Ward, Ring My Bell. Maybe these all.
yeah, sure.
come
No,
back
I
in.
know what that is.
And I did it, a part of it, on my Galaxy S24, which is
Wow.
a very, very brand new.
Yay for Samsung.
Yeah.
It's
I know
phenomenal.
you guys are Team Android, aren't you?
We are. I know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
beautiful.
I know. Look
got
at
my-
you and your new phone over there,
Me
fancy
too.
schmancy.
Me too. I've got
Wow,
my. This is,
look at him.
This
He
is an
folds his
S24
like a book.
right here. They're not cheap, obviously. This is the S24 Ultra, which is not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not cheap. All right,
Yeah.
so now since Marlene is watching, we're gonna cut to her daily dose segment, which can be seen every single day now, Monday through Friday. Obviously not the weekend, but it's a news bite, a news sound. Oh, not news. It's a news segment.
Yeah.
With entertainment, fashion news.
Cool.
Okay, so we're gonna play that. Then we'll come back with our guest. How's that?
All right.
Okay, we'll be
Sounds
right
great.
back.
Hello. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. If you know that movie reference, then you are my kind of people. Don't worry if you don't, though. I will teach you. But first, it's time for your daily dose.
Spotify, the streaming giant, paid out $9 billion in royalties last year. That information was released Tuesday in its latest Loud and Clear report. Spotify's fourth annual report, which originally launched in 2021 following criticism over its lack of transparency, noted record accomplishments, including the highest annual payment from any retailer to the music industry. According to the data, 1,250 artists generated over $1 million each in recording and publishing royalties in 2023, 11,600 generated over 100,000, and 66,000 generated over 10,000, numbers that have almost tripled since 2017. More than half of those 66,000 artists came from countries where English is not the primary language, the report says, reflecting an increasingly global music landscape. Independent artists and independent record labels accounted for $4.5 billion, half of all royalties paid out by Spotify. Spotify and most other streaming services pay royalties to the rights holders of the music on its platform, a number which is determined by stream share. That's calculated by adding up how many times music owned or controlled by a particular rights holder was streamed and dividing by the total number of streams in that market. George Lucas is using the force against Nelson Peltz, the Star Wars creator backed Disney CEO Bob Iger, in his ongoing proxy fight with activist investor Peltz. Creating magic is not for amateurs, Lucas said in a statement. When I sold Lucasfilm just over a decade ago, I was delighted to become a Disney shareholder because of my longtime admiration for its iconic brand and Bob Iger's leadership. When Bob recently returned to the company during a difficult time, I was relieved. No one knows Disney better. I remain a significant shareholder because I have full faith and confidence in the power of Disney and Bob's track record of driving long-term value. I have voted all of my shares for Disney's 12 directors and urge other shareholders to do the same. Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney in 2012 for about $4 billion, half cash, half stock. Peltz has been lobbying for a sea change and a seat change at the Walt Disney Company for years. He and pal Ike Perlmutter, the former Marvel boss, don't believe Iger and company are maximizing shareholder value, considering Peltz controls 33 million shares, most of which are Perlmutter's. We'd say they have a vested interest. Disney's annual shareholder meeting, when stockholders vote on important corporate matters like board seats, is set for April 3rd, 2024.
That's all for today's Daily Dose. Tune in again tomorrow. This is Marlena Garcia for Performer TV.
Did you take notes, Taylor?
Yeah, the Disney companies had problems.
They're in a big proxy fight.
had-
Well, they've
they've
also
had
had problems
big
with the state of Florida.
Well,
we're not going to get into political stuff here.
no.
But yes, as far as the proxy fight's concerned, that's a big There's a lot of money at stake there.
Well, their CEO had to step down.
The one previously.
The one previously,
Yeah,
because
right.
he was just taking the company in a completely wrong direction.
Yeah, so Iger came back and
And-
righted the ship,
And
so to speak.
You know, he tried to include all these DEI inclusions and all that. It just, it was no good.
Speaking of money, I was pretty impressed with the $9 billion payout from Spotify.
I
That's
could
a
use that
lot
right
of
now.
money. I mean, there's a
You know.
lot of. I'm glad there's more and more artists getting a piece of the pie. But apparently, based on the artists that we've talked to, it's still not enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tidal, the one that's owned by Jay-Z, they give a lot more, almost triple the amount that Spotify gives. Of course, there's less people on there, so hopefully, and since that's
Jay-Z's
that's
got enough
artist
money.
yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, I
got
know he
enough
does.
money
That's
for God.
maybe that's it. He just wants to give back to the artist community, and that's a very good thing. Him and Beyonce. All right, so that's the Daily Dose for today. You can see it on our Facebook page, Instagram, website, Roku, Amazon Fire channels, all that stuff where we're located. So every day that is on there. Usually about 7 or 8 in the morning. That's when we
Cool.
post them. All right, so thank you, Marlena Garcia, for that.
Awesome.
Yay for
Yeah, that
Marlena.
was great.
Yeah, thank you. That's a lot of work for both of us.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing all the editing too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
That's okay. We want to have give something, more information than what you see in the regular news. And a lot of entertainment news gets just kind of cast aside. And so we feel like it's important you know what's going on in the television and not gossip. We're not a gossip-based site, okay, and not a reality show or a gossip-based site. The Kardashians and the Paris Hiltons of the world get enough attention already from others.
Right.
They don't need ours.
Well, what I like is that it's real and sensible information.
Exactly.
It's nothing dopey or stupid. I don't really care what color Kim Kardashian's lipstick is
Exactly.
or what weight loss drug she's on.
Joshua,
this
when
week.
I'm doing the editing, you have to go through all the different feeds.
There's just so much crap out there,
there
and
is.
listen, there's a
I
lot
know.
of crap out there,
Yeah.
and I think what happens to society is they don't look for the details. They don't really. They want the
Just
fluff.
headlines,
Well, they
yeah.
want the fluff, and
Yeah.
to me that doesn't really challenge the brain, and not much conversation. But
I
I did
agree.
hear some good gossip today from a client, which not that I
Okay,
truly care
okay.
about, but this
Personal
whole
gossip? Go
this
ahead.
whole Kate Middleton thing.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Where is she?
And well, one of my clients said to me, she's like, I went deep into the gossip file to find out what's been going on. And I'm like, okay, lay it on me. And she's like, apparently their next door neighbor, her name is Rose Handbag or something, Hanby. I Googled her or
Rose
something like that.
Handbag.
Yeah, his name is Sarah Rose Hanby or whatever. But, apparently they've been sort of getting it on and that she got pregnant. And so she's keeping the kid, and Kate Middleton not being
She
around
got-
for 3 weeks.
You're
Wait a
talking
minute,
about
she got
Kate
pregnant
Middleton
from
get
Sarah?
pregnant?
I
can't believe we were talking about
well,
this.
the
Yeah,
future
okay.
king apparently, but she's denied these
Okay.
these infidelity rumors.
You know what?
Sarah, we
with all the
have questions for you.
paparazzi and everybody else paying attention to her, I don't think she could find the moment to escape to have some time to herself. Honestly, that's just my feeling. But you know what? Who knows? Maybe
I
she
saw
found
this
a-
thing of like a stunt double. Someone
oh
had
yeah,
posted
that's
about her.
It's all.
I'm like, I don't know what's
it's all
going
conjecture.
on.
Come on,
well,
folks.
I mean, the king could be in a little hot water.
I'm
here, the
I'm
future
surprised
king,
we're even talking about it. But
I don't know.
but the
This is
British
crazy.
they go crazy.
The British are coming. I'm sorry.
The British go crazy. They're
they're
going
bananas.
insane
Yeah.
pretty much over this whole thing. Listen, let's get to our guest for this evening.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we have a guest
Yeah,
here
we
in
don't want to
the
leave her
studio.
out of this
Yes,
conversation.
hello.
Yes, bring in. There we go, Jessyka. Hello, Jessyka. Welcome to Performer. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. What are you gonna reach down and get? Would you drop your water or something?
Yes,
daughter,
I
she's
did.
drunk.
Okay, sorry about that. Jessyka is a hairstylist, and she's a brand new salon owner. As a matter of fact, I just revealed to Joshua she's right around the corner from Joshua.
The next
They're
block
neighbors.
over.
The next block
know.
over.
The next
They're
block
neighbors.
over.
Wow.
That's right. That's an up and coming area in the South End, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, there
it's
you go.
actually really amazing. I'm
So
excited.
I gotta show her the name of her salon first of all. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Ooh.
That is a
Thank you.
beautiful logo, Jessyka.
Thank you so
Did
much.
you kind of have the concept for this yourself, or did you have someone help you design it?
I had I definitely had help designing it. I'm not, that's not my thing, but I definitely knew I wanted a crown, and then I kind of incorporated the heart after just because it goes with the name. Like Jamora stands for I love. Mm-hmm. So I love beauty. I felt like it wasn't complete without the heart, if that makes sense. Like,
Very good. No, I that's a beautiful logo.
Thank
it's
you.
classy. I've always said I love black and gold.
yes,
Those are the two classiest colors to put together.
yes.
All right, and so you nailed it as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
Always black and gold is. Whenever I see black and gold, I was like, yep,
Right.
that's exactly that. You know what you're doing right there.
It's a striking
Absolutely.
combination.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Actually, I think our nighttime awards is black and gold too. That's like
Yeah,
to
okay.
indicate nighttime going out.
Yeah.
Classiness, that type
There you
of thing.
go.
Right?
But yeah, so now you just started this salon,
yes.
and you're in your early 30s.
Yes.
I'm not going to say your exact age.
That's
but
okay,
yeah.
you can say
But no, okay, that's okay. Well, you're at that age you're still comfortable saying it. In a few years, you'll be like, don't say my age. Don't say my age. But you've worked for other people in the past, and you decided to venture out on your own. And it takes a lot of gumption in this day and age with high interest rates and uncertainty. So, what was your deciding factor for like, I'm going to do my own thing?
There were so many things that played a part in me deciding to do this. I knew from the beginning that I wanted to have my own salon, or just my own business in general. But I feel like what pushed me to do this now is, like you said, I am in my early, I'm 30. I'm approaching 31. I feel like eventually I do want to start a family and stuff like that. Those are things that played a part in my mind, and societal pressure in regards to like when you should be doing this and stuff like that. And I think opening my business was the first step to getting to the next level in my life. In regards to having a family and stuff, like and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
So,
It's one of those goals you want to reach in your
right,
lifetime.
exactly.
I'm not going to tell everybody. Well, yeah, I'm going to tell you. It's your birthday this month.
Yes.
Next week, right?
yes.
Yes.
Happy
okay.
birthday.
Thank you.
I remember giving you birthday presents when I've known her since she was 4 years old.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thank God it was beyond the diaper age.
I know, right? Imagine that.
Yeah, but
That's
she was
good.
cute. She was cute back then.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I've known you for a long time. So I know that you're a diligent person and a hard worker.
Thank
and I know how much it takes to open up your own business. It's very, very difficult. You
Right.
got to put in a lot of hours, right?
Yes.
Yes, and just even to get it off the ground, and then you got to do the marketing and build up your client roster and everything else. So tell us now. You got 4 chairs, right?
Yep.
Let's take a look. Actually, we got this is the entrance. to-
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love that. Very
Got me thinking of grilled cheese and
very
everything.
1960s. Very 1960s there. And actually, yeah, there he is right
Oh,
there.
yeah, Andy
The
Warhol.
Campbell soup guy. Yeah, Andy
Oh,
Warhol.
cool.
Yep, that's the corridor.
So this is, you got 4 chairs in there.
Yep.
Okay. Now, did you do a lot of this setup yourself, or did you have some crew come in and do this?
Nope. So some of the setup was already built in, like the stations were there. As far as those, the backsplash, I think the prior like people that were in that space did that, and I asked them to keep it because I liked it. And
Oh,
plus,
okay, good. That makes
yes,
it easier for you.
Exactly, and it had the gold accents and stuff like that. And then other details are going to be incorporated in later, like my walls are going to be painted and stuff like
This
that.
is
Right
like
now
the
it's
other
just
view.
a bare baby.
Yeah, that's it. Well, as you go along, I mean, you get some nice flowers there.
Yeah.
You're going to put some artwork up, I'm sure, and everything.
Yes,
else?
right there in the middle, I want a flat screen. Okay, well, we're gonna be watching
Okay.
or like watching music videos like in the 90s.
Hey,
Right?
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I know her mother pretty well, and I'm not surprised when she said that. 80s
Yes.
and 90s. Oh, God, you would have loved that show the other day, Jessica.
Oh my
The one I
gosh.
went to. Yeah, that was a pretty good show.
Yes.
Basically, the original artist doing the original songs.
Oh my god.
All right, so we got one more, and this was kind of interesting right here. This is your view right outside the window, right? Or
No, so
That's a
that's actually
rooftop?
the rooftop. You
Okay.
Go up there and process or have lunch or whatever. I thought that was pretty awesome. Just to see all of Boston. You could literally see Boston, Quincy, everywhere. Like, I know this is one little section, but if you go around the other side, and they also put cushions and stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah, in the
grow flowers.
summertime. Okay, so that probably opens up around what May sometime. More
Yeah.
than likely when the weather starts getting a little better.
I actually, if I'm, well, I don't know if it's open in the winter, but it's open already.
Oh, it
it's
is?
just like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I mean,
Springtime
if
then.
you're cold, like,
Well, I mean,
like we're
open.
in,
I'm
like,
talking about
fake
the furniture. It
spring
didn't
right
look
now.
like there was any
Right.
furniture there at that point.
yeah. So there's furniture, but it's just bare. Like, there's no cushions on it and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
you
I see.
know.
So they're getting ready to basically make it summertime ready.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So now you've been doing hair for how many years now?
For 9 years, actually.
9 years. That's a long time. You graduated from what? Empire?
Yep.
I believe. Yeah.
Empire Beauty School in Boston.
In Boston. Okay, that's a
I
good
think-
school.
I know, right? I feel like I just saw this meme that was saying like, you've been doing hair for a long time when your beauty school closed. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't even think that exists anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Empire probably
Whoops.
does, but not in Boston. You know what I mean?
I went to a place in New Hampshire called Continental Academy in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Joshua's certified too.
Yeah, 2 states.
Yeah.
And they closed after like 40 years.
Right. It's
40
just baffling.
years?
40 years they were in business, yeah.
Was it COVID related or?
I think they had just gotten long in the tooth and nobody was going to take over the business.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think the owners of the place, their kids started this tens of millions of dollars worth of construction company in New Hampshire called Continental. It's very related, and so they just let it go.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
but it's funny you say that. You know, you're getting a little old when the place closes.
Yeah.
Actually, Jessyka, when you think we were about 16, I invited you to a fashion event that we were covering or doing. I don't know. You weren't quite ready yet at that point to get into this industry, but
I know.
but maybe it was kind of inspiring you in a way. I don't know. But
I think it did.
Yeah?
Yes, I actually remember. I
Was
think
that
I
the
remember the
Hyatt?
model.
it was at the Hyatt Regency, not the Hyatt Regency. It was at the Lafayette,
The
Lafayette
Lafayette.
Hotel, which
Yeah.
eventually I think became a Hyatt. As one of the iterations of it. But at that point, it was the Lafayette Hotel.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a gorgeous hotel, and we were out on the veranda. It was a beautiful summer night.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I think before that too, we went to a photo shoot, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did you? I don't remember all the
You
stuff.
don't? I
don't.
remember all that. Oh my
Well,
god.
So maybe it did inspire you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might have something to do with your career. I want a cut.
Listen,
I want a cut.
Listen,
I want a percentage, man.
when I make it, don't worry. I got you.
And have you had a chance to go to any hair shows?
So I haven't gone to any hair shows as of recent. In the beginning of my career, I have.
Who was putting them on?
Wella. That was
Wella,
like one
yeah.
of the biggest ones. I went to. I went to some Schwarzkopf ones. I love Schwarzkopf. Honestly, that's what I use right now for color. I just love them. The variety is so huge. There's something for everyone in that line.
Salon Concepts?
Salon Concepts, no, I have not. Why have you?
Years ago in this area, there used to be an organization called CB Sullivan. They had 40 stores, and they used to put on these massive, awesome shows.
Oh my god!
Remember that photo that I showed you when I was in Italy on tour, and I ran into Robert Cromans and Yoichi? They would come in for these, 1,100 person hair shows, and it was just awesome. I mean, you were just so inspired as a person to be creative and to see somebody up on stage, kind of clicking away
Yes.
or doing hair color.
That
So
is-
I mean, you obviously keep track of the trends yourself, Joshua. Jessyka, what are kind of like the summer trends coming in, or spring or summer trends?
I feel like people are doing big chops these days. Like everybody wants either like some kind of edgy bob, or even like, what are they? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of these, but I guess it depends on the person. Like these kind of mullet things, I'm not.
Oh God, mullets are
Sucker
coming
for
back.
mullet.
That's like-
Oh my god.
No,
That's
no.
1988.
Just say
I'm
no,
like, yes,
please.
right? I'm like, oh.
1988.
That's the running joke at my work right now. Like they've literally written mullet in all caps on the whiteboard and like
God.
circled it and like remind me every day that I said I'm a fan of a mullet.
Oh my god, that is so
Imagine.
funny.
Imagine.
I had a mullet.
Really?
Did you really?
I had a
I could
mullet.
not picture
Yes,
you with a mullet.
absolutely.
That is so funny.
How long ago was that,
I
Joshua?
could not.
No, I mean, we're talking like 86, 87.
Oh God.
I mean, I watched Miami Vice in those days. I was like,
okay.
Dukes of
I
Hazzard.
was like 16. I had a car with T-tops and 350 Rocket, and
That's awesome.
that was cool.
Actually, Miami Vice was kind of cool. There was very fashion. What's the word? Fashion influenced. Miami Vice was. They influenced a lot of fashion too.
I actually never knew
Everyone was
that
wearing
was also
pastel
a-
jackets for quite a long time.
It's a beverage. Do you know that a Miami Vice is a beverage
Is
as
it?
well? It's an alcoholic beverage. I had no idea.
I'm sure that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I think it's like a pina colada and a strawberry daiquiri or something.
That
like
sounds good
mixed.
though.
that sounds really good.
Right?
Actually,
They call it a Miami Vice. I'm like, all right.
that makes
I
sense. The
wanna
color,
Miami
Vice.
the pink, the pink from the
With
strawberry.
with the flamingo. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I'm sure they serve it in Miami a lot, probably.
Oh,
yeah. All the spring breakers are probably drinking that right now.
Yeah. I found out it
actually,
was
no,
a
they're not in
drinking
Miami
good
right
cause.
now, right? They
No.
kicked them out of
They
Miami.
kicked them out.
They kicked them out and they moved up to Fort Lauderdale.
Losers.
Those poor people in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my
They-
God, speaking
they
of
didn't know what
drinking,
he-
St.
yes.
Patty's Day just passed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see all of the
All the
like?
drunken people throwing up in Southie.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice
Did you
visual.
get to see that from your rooftop?
No. No.
A great place to watch
I
everything
know.
from.
That would have been
Oh
bomb.
my god.
No,
That's crazy.
they actually, for the most part, behave themselves.
Yeah?
I mean,
Not the
when you're talking
photos
about
I
a
saw.
million, when you're talking about a million people,
Oh boy.
I mean, there's always going to be a few that are stupid. But now they
Yeah.
do it right. They close all the bars,
At like
so
7.
they can't. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I got a note like from whatever it is, X, Twitter, whatever they call it now.
Right.
And it pops up like, oh,
We're
bars will be
closing at 7 o'clock.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
weird.
I think that's great, though. I mean, that way people can go and feel like they're not going to be,
Well, I feel like it doesn't really.
inundated with drunks all over
I feel
the
like
place.
it doesn't really matter when people start drinking before 7
A
a.m.
lot of them obviously get started way before the parade.
Oh yeah, 7
Yeah.
p.m. Nobody's standing anymore.
Yeah.
Some of
I mean,
them.
they start in the morning.
There is a very, like, I don't want to say famous, but there's a picture that's going around right now of this kid passed out backwards on the hood of a
I
car.
saw that. I saw that.
Like
I
sleeping
saw
on a
that.
box of Lucky
I
Charms.
saw that.
Okay.
I saw
Box of
that.
Lucky Charms?
That was
I
St.
saw
Patrick's Day
that.
this year.
And
I
did
guess
you
they were magically delicious.
Yeah, apparently.
And did you see the video of the kids pulling the D Street sign out of the ground?
No.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, pulling it out.
What
and,
news sources are you looking at?
And-
It
A
lot
sounds
of them were on Instagram,
Sounds so
man.
dismal. Oh, dismal.
Well, it was,
okay,
well, it was on the
Instagram.
Globe. There was the
Mm-hmm.
Globe.
Oh, the Globe,
The
okay.
Globe. Yeah, they're
I
pulling
saw this
it
guy
out.
get beat really badly.
Yeah, but it was still a
St.
fairly
Patrick's Day.
successful parade for everyone, and the weather was nice. I mean, for the stuff that I saw was positive. So
I don't know. I
guess
stayed
I just
inside.
I see I see
too.
the different
I stayed
spin,
home.
the different spin from over the different sources.
Yeah.
So Jessica, so you're in the South End. It's a pretty, like I said, up and coming area.
Yeah, for yourself.
Yeah, and yeah, Joshua's right around the corner from you.
Those
How
two-
long have you been there, Joshua?
Those two buildings.
5 or
I'll
6
answer
years?
that. The two buildings that you showed were called the Smith buildings, and them sons of bitches. They took up so much parking in the neighborhood when they were building it. But let me tell you, thanks to global warming, they were fast and putting up. I mean, those are big buildings.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, you're going to be able to market your business to those two because that's where I'm going. I'm
Yeah.
going to put flyers up everywhere so we can
Yes.
collaborate. But 4 years in my building.
Okay, 4 years.
4 years, and
That's 4 years in that space, or you had a smaller space.
I had a smaller
and you moved
space.
to a
In
bigger
the,
space.
I had a smaller space in the back with a view of the dumpsters.
I remember that space. Yes.
But it's a big mill building. It's been around since 1880. And the lady that owns my building, she's super awesome, Bonnie. I know you're not watching this show, but I'm still going to give you a plug. You're awesome. Her family owns 45 buildings of that size, and there are 70 buildings in my 70 businesses in my building.
Wow,
And I
that's
have
a lot.
and I have a storefront right on Albany Street, in Plimpton.
Yeah.
So we're totally neighbors.
I
dude.
know, it's exciting. I'm
We're
so
totally
excited.
neighbors.
That's
but,
cool.
So
Yeah,
Jessica,
you
what do
definitely
you?
have
About
to
to be
have.
working out. Don't play.
Right? That's it.
It's gotta lose this belly.
So Jessica, what do you see as the future? What are your plans?
Oh my god. Okay, don't get me started. So, this is my beginning. I just want to eventually grow out of here. Actually, I don't know if I want to grow out or like just rent all of the chairs there and then like get a storefront. Does that make sense? So that I can be commissioned later. Because right now I just want a booth rent. And then, you know, when I get my storefront, then I can do commission and then have people grow. So like, I feel like a lot of people do commission wrong. I mean, I just got I just got to this position, so I'm not trying to like step on anybody's toes. But I feel like the point is to actually have other people that work for you grow as well, like not keeping them down to where they are, and then they feel like they want to be a boss too because you're not helping them be successful. You know what I mean? So, when I do become a salon that provides commission-based styling, I think I'm just like there's gonna be tears. I don't want to say
Okay.
too much. I have a business plan going on here.
Oh, that's
but
good. That's good.
I'm
to
like,
get a
yes.
plan. You have to have a business plan when you start a business like that. So tell us, where can they find you? You have a website now too?
I do have a website, www.jamorebeauty.com.
Okay, and then they can see you on social media too. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
Jamore dot no, actually it's J dot Amore Beauty. Sorry, I couldn't put the apostrophe.
Okay.
I
You know what
think
you can
that
do
should be-
afterwards in the comments? You can just put all this stuff in there in the comments.
Yes, I
afterwards
will.
on the show, on the social media. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, folks,
if
we're
you're up
winding
for
down.
having another guest, I mean, I'll come through, do one of my little videos.
Oh my
There
god,
you
I was
go.
actually gonna ask you, but you know, I didn't want to go.
Hey, Taylor's got a lot of hair. You can cut it
Yeah.
all off.
I've got plenty.
Yes, I love it. I would never cut it all off. Unless you wanted
Joshua
it
sounds like a sinister laugh there. Don't give him.
Joshua's rooting for
don't
me to
let
be
Joshua
bald over
touch
there.
it.
Look at him.
I think he's got that.
He's gonna take it and use it for his own mullet.
Extensions.
Yeah, I was about to say we could do a little
That's
west up
awesome.
in there.
Well, Jessyka, thank you very much for coming down. Apparently, our DJ Art Beatz was not able to come tonight, so hopefully we'll have him on again some other time. And guys, thanks for coming down too. It's always a pleasure having you guys here. And we'll probably be back again next month for another Night Moves. Next week we have another performer radio show, and we have the director of the Boston International Film Festival next week. So that should be very fun. That's coming in April, the Boston International Film Festival. It's going to be at the IMAX at the Aquarium this year. That's their main theater. So until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy springtime. Good night.
Good night. Okay.